friends, and welcome back to Swift Lessons for another lead guitar tutorial. In today's session, I'm going to be breaking down a powerful exercise that demonstrates how you can tie together two-note harmonies from your major scale up and down the fretboard. Once you have this exercise down, we're going to add a couple of licks to your repertoire. Let's get started. Okay, close look at the fretboard, getting started with section 1 of this lesson, the slide-in harmony exercise. So in this exercise, each note inside our G major scale is being harmonized with its either major third or its minor third. So remember, as we talked about in a previous lesson, if you want more explanation, you can go right there to that card and it'll give you a little bit more of an in-depth idea as to how the theory of this works. But just as a quick review, each note inside the scale can be harmonized with either a major third or a minor third. The 1, G, gets a major third. The 2, A, gets a minor third. Then we have B minor, C major, D major, and then we have E minor, F sharp, technically diminished, but F sharp minor, and then G major again. Okay, so we're going to be tying together each of those positions using glissando or slides. Okay, let's break that down. Okay, so a simple but very, very useful technique. We're starting off sliding up into the G major position, going from the 2nd fret G string, sliding up to the 4th fret. Then we're grabbing the tonic with our middle finger, hybrid picking, on the 3rd fret of the high E string. Okay, with your middle finger now, slide up a half step to the 5th fret, and then grab yourself an A note with the 3rd finger, 5th fret of the high E string. So far you have. Okay, now we're going to slide up from the 5th fret to the 7th fret of the G string and grab the high E string 7th fret for B minor, G major, A minor, B minor. Okay, now slide a whole step up with the middle finger once again to the 9th fret for C major. And then grab the 8th fret high E string. Take that position up a whole step for D major. Now I've got 11 and 10. Okay, G string and high E string. Sliding now with the middle finger a half step. And then grabbing the minor position for E minor, 12 and 12. Okay, now sliding a whole step up for F sharp diminished. Okay, now I've got 14 and 14. That's the root note and the minor third. So you can just kind of think about this as being F sharp minor. Okay, then we're going up a whole step with the middle finger. Okay, and that is going to be G major once again. So it's the octave of where we started from, going from A up to B, and then grabbing the root note G on the 15th fret of the high E string. Now you have your entire exercise ascended. G major, A minor, B minor, C major, D major, E minor, F sharp minor or F sharp diminished, and G major. Okay, once you've mastered ascending through the G major scale harmonized, I would recommend that you also practice descending through the scale. Okay, so to do that, we're just going to reverse everything we just did. So I'm in my G major position. I've got 15th fret high E string and 16th fret of the G string. I'm going to pluck the high E string first, then the G string, and slide into the next position. Now I'm in that F sharp minor position, high E string, G string, and then slide. Same thing for E minor going to D major. Alright, continuing on down to C major, B minor, A minor, and G major. Okay, so descending real slow now. right, just like that. So practice ascending and descending nice and slow until you can get it nice and smooth and quick. Okay, once you have that, then you're ready to learn a couple of licks. Okay, excellent work everybody. We're getting that exercise down. For the beginner lead guitarist out there, definitely recommend that you learn to embrace the gradual process of getting these types of things down and building speed. Now you might want to try practicing with a metronome so that way you can gauge your progress. Start off at maybe 70, 75 BPM and then gradually add maybe 5 BPM at a time once you become comfortable. It's that gradual process that leads you to being able to play things quickly and also smoothly. All right, now we're going to learn a couple of licks that use this technique. Okay, taking a look at lick number 1. This one's very short, very simple, and somewhat reminiscent of Van Morrison's Brown Eyed Girl. It's going to start right after the second beat. So if you have your G major chord in the rhythm section, or perhaps maybe it's a D chord or a C chord head into a G chord, would be the perfect time to play this lick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. Okay, very simple. We're just taking the 5th fret G string, sliding up to 7, and then grabbing the 7th fret of the high E string. All right, once you've done that, we're going to slide from 7 down to 5 on the G string, and then grab the 5th fret of the high E string. So, all right, next we're going to slide from A up to B on the G string, and then grab the G note, 3rd fret of the high E string to resolve back to G major. Okay, so you want to practice that in time. 1, 2. Okay, so there's a simple one for you. Now let's learn one that's a little bit more advanced. Okay, now taking a look at lick number 2, it's going to sound like this. A fantastic way to resolve back to a G major chord. Okay, so we're sliding up into that D major position, where we're going to alternate back and forth between the G and high E string. So we're going from 9, sliding up to 11, then we're grabbing the high E string 10th fret, then back to G, and then the high E string again. All right, so far you have. Then we're going to take this major shape, down 1/2 step, and then down another. Real quick, one thing that I want to point out to you is that anytime in this harmonized major scale that you have the same shape twice, you can chromaticize. So for example, between A minor and B minor, or C major and D major, or E minor and F sharp minor. Okay, so I could play something like this. Okay, just a little tip there for you for your lead guitar playing. Okay, so far we have in this lick. All right, next we're gonna slide from the G string 5th fret, that's your C note, sliding up to D, and grabbing the B note on the 7th fret high E string. Then we're gonna double pluck for A minor position. Okay, even if it's not in the chord progression, this will sound fine. And then we're going to resolve onto the G position. Okay, so. All right, to finish up lick number 2 and resolve back to the G major chord. All right, friends, thanks so much for checking out this lead guitar tutorial. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Big thanks to my supporters at patreon.com/SwiftLessons. Hope you're enjoying all those extra resources. Thanks to you guys, I got many more lessons coming up, so keep checking in. Please subscribe, please share. This is Rob at Swift Guitar Lessons in Philadelphia, saying happy picking.